Here's my review of Sisu. I absolutely love this movie. It was just a ton of fun. When a prospector named Atami gets his gold stolen by Nazis in World War II in Finland, he hunts down the Nazis to try to retrieve his gold, along with a bunch of other kind of subplots. He is also going after a group of women that were kidnapped by the Nazis, along with his dog. So it's kind of like John Wick in that way. But just like this quote here says, this movie is really gory, and it is in a really over the top way that just makes it a lot of fun. The way he kills these Nazis, especially during like this first action scene when he's like kind of first cornered by the Nazis, he just absolutely just destroys all of them, which is just a lot of fun because he does not talk the whole movie. So this movie is like entirely just action based. Although other characters do talk, like some of the Nazis like he killed here, and some of the women. And like I said, it's clips like this where you have to know how over the top it is, where he'll like throw a landmine at this guy and then he just instantly turns into blood. He just instantly explodes, and it's just so crazy like that. And because this movie is only an hour and a half, it moves very quickly and is almost always entertaining. And yeah, like this drive-by sequence when all the women they're driving by the Nazis and just mow them down, that's really fun because it's really satisfying because kind of in the movie you kind of see them get abused by the Nazis. And so it's really fun to see them finally get revenge. And yes, he does eventually retrieve his dog. He does save the women. And like he also does get his gold. And although it is kind of predictable, you know what it's like, it is still so much fun throughout this whole movie. And like I said, you have to go into it knowing that this character can basically survive anything. Like, it kind of got to the point where I'm almost laughing. I'm like, okay, how are you still alive? Like, there's a moment where he falls out of a plane and, like, he's alive. Or he catches himself on fire and you're like, okay, he should be dead, but he's not. But it is just so much fun. And I thought the ending was just really funny where he finally speaks, like, the first time in the whole movie towards the end when he just takes out his gold and he's like, oh, yeah, I just want all this in cash now, please. But, like, in Finnish. And like I said, this movie is just so much fun. I highly recommend this movie. So yeah, if you like fun action and you like glorious carnage, I would highly recommend this movie. It is very fun. It's very entertaining. And I will say there's not that much depth. If I were to give a complaint, there's not really that much depth to our main character because he doesn't talk. You don't really know much about him. Although I do think at a certain point he mentions that he fought in World War I, but that's about it. You don't really get that. Or like, not he doesn't mention it, but like other characters do. But yeah, overall, I highly recommend this movie. It is a ton of fun. It is action-packed, and it's just great.